Hey, church. So, if you've been with us the last two devotionals, been talking about Moses meeting God at the burning bush. If you know the story of Moses and you know his life, there's never been someone like Moses who spoke with God verbally, face to face, even though God's face was covered by the clouds. But it was like a conversation as God spoke with him and gave him the directions that he needed, the giving of the full law of how God wanted to be worshiped, the design of the tabernacle. And God gave every detail to Moses. And we read those accounts in Scripture. Now, in that relationship, as we backtrack to the very beginning of when God began to speak to Moses, it happened at the burning bush, right? Which starts in Exodus 3. And we've read a couple passages about that and how as God is speaking to Moses about what he wants to do and how he's going to lead his people out of Egypt and out of bondage, that he has chosen Moses to do it. And he tells Moses he's going to go and talk to Pharaoh. So if you watch the last couple, that Moses is saying, oh no, not me. I don't have these abilities. And so I read these verses yesterday, and then I'm going to go a little past that. So let's reread Exodus 4, and I'm going to read verses 12 through 14, and I'm not even going to read the full verse 14, but let's hear this. Now go. This is God speaking, by the way. I will be with you as you speak, and I will instruct you in what to say. But Moses again pleaded, Lord, please send anyone else. Then the Lord became angry with Moses. Okay, just going to stop right there. So there's this ongoing conversation between God and Moses, and God is revealing things to him about what he wants to do. God's saying, I have a plan, and I'm going to redeem my people, which we already talked about all that. So this is what's going on. As Moses makes excuses and excuse, and God rebukes and rebuttals all the excuses Moses has, and then finally he's like, just somebody else, Lord, and he ticked God off. I don't want to ever get God angry. I'm not saying I never have. Don't know if I have. I don't want to get him mad. I don't. But here's the good news of the devotional today. Even if you've ticked God off at some point in your life, it definitely doesn't stop him from using you in the future. Right here, even though God was angry, he still used Moses to do what he was going to do. So let me read that scripture to you right here. But Moses again pleaded, Lord, please send anyone else. Then the Lord became angry with Moses. All right, he said. What about your brother Aaron the Levite? I know he speaks well. And look, he's on his way to meet you now. He will be delighted to see you. Man, I tell you what, that's pretty amazing. God will meet us where we are. And his amazing grace and mercy sometimes will even allow for our ignorance. And it doesn't stop him from using us. I don't want to make that happen. I don't. And I hope that you don't either. I know you don't. Let's not get God mad. Let's just do what he says. But man, is he amazing. And his grace, his mercy, and his willingness to use us. Let's be his compliant, willing, and step up church. God bless you today.